Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Jimmy. Thank you so much for watching today. I am here with the Fuji xt2 in my hands, and we'll be talking about raw conversion of raw files to a polished JPEG file of some sort processed within your camera body. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about one thing really quick, just kind of something that's been on my chest, if you don't mind. You guys may have noticed that from every video that I make on here, they vary from topics, they vary from quality, they range from sound to lighting setups that are just different, and the backgrounds are different. And the reason why is because I don't know what I'm doing, especially when it comes to video. I've been doing this for a long time, but I'm just not there yet. I'm doing this to practice, which is something you guys should be doing with your cameras, your cell phones, whatever tech you have, is a chance to expand your mind to practice something you're not really good at. And believe me, I totally get it. I have a long way to go. My point is this. I'm not an expert, okay? Don't look at my videos as if I'm some sort of expert, like I know more than you. I definitely do not. The only thing I'm trying to do here is improve my video quality, my photography, hold myself accountable, and be a resource to anyone out there that might need a little bit of help that I might know a little bit something about. That's it. I'm just kind of really tired of all these people on social media and TikTok, of all these fake experts out there. Let me tell you guys how to improve your photography. And who the heck are you? Really, I'm not saying I can't look to other people for inspiration or for help. It's just this attitude that they know everything and you should learn from them. This is a whole nother video topic altogether. But I just wanted to say in the long short of things that I'm thankful for you guys watching these videos. I'm happy that you're here right now, and I just want to give you guys as much value as I possibly can in my humble setup here. So thank you for watching. Let's begin the video. Let's go ahead and convert a raw file in your camera. When you take a picture in JPEG, that means not a raw file. That means it's automatically a JPEG file. It's taking the imagery into your camera, it's processing it and spitting out into a JPEG file, which is a file you can give to your friends and family, right? Or you can print from there as well. It's smaller and it's edited automatically. If you want to shoot in RAW, those files are much bigger. Those are unprocessed. That's a raw file. Now, if you want to take that raw file and put it in your computer and edit it there, you can export a JPEG on your computer. But you can also do that quickly on your camera in many ways, and I think that's pretty cool. I'll show you guys that right now. To begin, let's start by pressing the menu OK button with my right finger. The last video that I made, I don't think you could have seen the screen too well, so hopefully you can see it better now. You see, I'm always trying to adjust things because I realize my videos kind of suck sometimes, so hopefully this works. Anyway, if you look here, as I've mentioned, the image quality in a previous video, I usually set to fine here. That's what the F means. And that means it's not raw, it's a JPEG file, it's processed. So every time I take a picture, the camera is now taking the highlights and shadows, whatever film simulation, if you want it black and white, Velvia, sepia, whatever you put into your picture will be processed as a JPEG file. Smaller and more manageable, but still very beautiful. Fuji is known for their great film-like quality, even in their digital cameras, especially in their digital cameras, I should say. I'm not sponsored by Fuji. It's a shame that I even have to say that. I should be able to compliment whoever I wish for whatever reason. Anyway, I'm going to press right here under the first folder of IQ for the xt2. If you have a similar camera, you can just follow along the best you can. Press the right arrow, and I'm going to go down to pick a raw format. Just one raw picture is good. I don't want to pick these other ones because every time I take a picture, it takes a JPEG and a raw file. No need for that. Just raw is fine. I'm going to press OK for that one. And you see here the image quality is now raw. The image size is raw because it's just one big file. It's not processed. So you'll notice the colors in a raw file generally tend to be dull and not really pop of color of any sort. It's just as much information that can be soaked into the camera as possible. So whatever film simulation you have here, whether it be black and white or sepia, classic chrome, will not be affecting the raw file. That's another video topic altogether. But for right now, just know we've set it to raw, and let's move on. I'm going to press the half shutter button here, and I'm going to, let's say, take a picture of something. Okay, I'm going to press play here. And this is my actual picture that I just took. It looks cool, actually, but it's a raw file picture. It's very big, and if I want to process it in the computer, I can do that. I can export the raw file into my computer, mess around with it, make it black and white, export it as a JPEG file to share with my friends and family or social media. But you can also do it in your camera, just like the camera would have done anyway if you would have done a JPEG file. So let's do that. I'm looking at the picture right now, okay? Now I'm going to press menu, okay, with my finger. You can't see it, it's really dark, but I'm going to press the big circle there. Now I'm in the menu of the picture, right? I'm going to affect the picture now. And I'm going to go to raw conversion, which is the second line there. The reason why it's flickering on and off like that is because of the sensor here that blocks the light. Okay, if you don't know how to do that, watch my previous video that I made a while back about this sensor. Anyway, raw conversion, press the right arrow, and now I can adjust a few things. Let's say I want to export this raw file into some sort of different film simulation. Okay, I'm going to press the right arrow here, and I can export this big file into many different files. One of them being JPEG Velvia, vivid, soft type of color, classic chrome, which is always nice, pro negative standard, Arcos yellow, red filter. Let me try a monochrome filter. Let me try that. So I'm going to press this, watch what happens, menu OK, and then look here. It says I'm in raw conversion. Q means to create the new JPEG that you've decided to make. So it's pretty cool, right? Why would you want to do this? Well, number one, your camera can do it, so you should know how to use your camera. Number two, it's cool that you can take a JPEG off the bat, right? Choose that filter and just shoot from there. Or you can just take a JPEG and just experiment with different finishes after you're done on your camera, on the fly, in the car, after a shoot. You don't have to wait for your computer. And your raw file will still be intact. I think that's really cool. So let's go ahead and press Q, which is up here, the quick menu. And it creates it. Do you see how it kind of processed it? And now I have this really moody, monochrome studio looking filter picture going on. Now this is the JPEG. You see here, I'm not done yet. Press OK to store it, like that. Now I'm back here to the color raw file. Do you see that down there? You might be thinking, where's the JPEG? Well, I'm actually in the picture view. I'm going to press the right arrow. There it is, right there. If I press left arrow, that's the raw file. Press the right arrow. This is the processed, large, fine, monochrome file that I've created from the raw file. I think that is pretty cool. I can press menu here, and I can erase it, crop it, resize it, do all kinds of things afterwards. So I think that's really neat. Obviously, raw conversion here in the JPEG file that I just made is not an option. It's grayed out. I'm going to press back here and just look at this cool JPEG that I made. If I want, I can go back to the raw file, press menu again. Now I want to go to raw conversion and press menu OK. And let's say I don't like that film simulation or want another one, I can go to a different filter here and do that. Or I can press back and go to white balance, WB shift, white balance shift, highlight tone, shadow tone. You see I can adjust everything here. It's like having a Lightroom in my camera. instead of kind of like saying you want to do the JPEG right from the get-go, you can just shoot the RAW first and do the JPEGs after, all on your camera. This is cool. Look at this. Color, sharpness. Let's say I want to make it more sharp right now. I want to go to +4 sharpness and go to color. I want to do +4 color, shadow tone. I want maximum shadow, maximum highlight. Do you guys see how I'm adjusting more than one thing all at the same time? Before I just did one thing, but now I'm doing many things, including film simulation. I'm going to go to, how about classic chrome? That'd be kind of cool. Or how about sepia. See, if you go to sepia, you might not see that because it's all like a yellow wash kind of filter. I'm going to go to, how about standard, which is not really like a filter, but it's still a JPEG format that you'll be exporting out. I'm going to press OK there. So I've affected a few things. And I'm going to press Q to create my new file. Right there, the Q with my thumb. Whoa! That is super cool. Can you guys see that? It's like super moody. It's in color. It's got this really sharp highlights up there, very dark and moody down there. And I've done this all in post on my camera. That is super awesome. I really like this picture. Why does this always happen? When you don't mean to, and you're just kind of like messing around, you take sometimes the coolest pictures. I think this is really cool. I'm gonna press menu OK there. Okay, now I'm back in the RAW file, and I'm in my library now. You see that little RAW thing? This is the original big file that you don't give to your friends and family, right? You press the right arrow. This is the black and white JPEG version, right? Fine means JPEG. I'm gonna press the right arrow again. This is the new affected version that I just made, and that is how you can adjust a JPEG after you take a RAW file. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helps you. Even if you don't see yourself using it and say, Jimmy, I can just do this in the computer afterwards. And yeah, of course you can. But doing it on your camera is super cool too. And if you don't know how to do it, you'll never use it. So you might as well practice it now, and you might find it useful for one of your clients one day and say, look what you can look like after we're done with the shoot. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.